I'm going to explain about demonstration calling functions by value, by pointers, and by reference. The first one is function of add. We declare that integer add. This is inside the bracket is the original value, which is integer x and integer y, and then we just add the value of x plus y, and we get the output value. We try to put value 4 and 5 so that there will sum the number of 2, number 1 and number 2, which is 9. And second is void swap. Void means when we don't use function of return 0 or any in here. And then in this line, inside the bracket is the pointer of x and pointer of y. Star means declare the pointer of the variable. And then we declare that the variable of temperature that we want to use is temperature, temp. We know that pointer y is 5, and we want to swap the value, and it's equal to temperature, which is the temperature is equal to pointer x, which is 4. And we just type the temperature, and it will swap the value of at the pointer y will become the value at the temperature, which is 4. And the pointer of x is 4 that we put, and equal to pointer of y. And the pointer of y is 5, and it will swap. We can just look at the result, and it will swap num1 and num2 becomes 5 and 4, and we enter previously is 4 and 5. The next function is decrement. Decrement is to decrease the value by 1, which is whatever the value of pointer x will minus 1 to that value. In this case, we declare the integer pointer x, which is 4 that we used previously, and then integer y is 5. The value of y is 5 now, and the value to the pointer x is 5 minus 1. The output will become 4. Decrement of first number is 4. Return y means the whole programs in decrement will come out the result to the y, which is 4. Next is function of increment. Function of increment, which is increment is actually to increase the value by 1. We can see that y is equal to pointer x plus 1. So the value of y is 5 and equal to pointer x is become 5 plus 1. And the result of the y, or the output of the y, is 6. Yeah. Return y is return the result of variable y that we use to the increment function. And when we follow the step again of function of decrement, the next number will be the number of y equal to pointer x minus 1, which is 4 minus 1 will become 3 for decrement. For increment, for the next number for increment is 4 will become y equal to x, y equal to pointer x and plus 1, which is 4 plus 1 is 5. And the result will come out with 5.
Alright, now we'll continue for the main function. And the given code is until printf num1 and num2, where in here we print out the value, the numbers inserted by user. So we'll complete the functions here to call the functions we have created just now, and to display all the output here. So first we'll declare the variable which we will be using later. I will add in result 3, result 4, and another one addition. So now we will define the variables here. So first is addition, and then we will let this equal to the function add. And however, now the variables inside function add is no longer x and y, is num1 and num2. So we'll call the function add, and then we'll let this the variables is num1, num2. And then the next one, we'll use the function swap. However, when we create the function just now, we place a void in front of this function swap. Thus, there's no return value in this function swap, and we will just directly call out this function swap, and we'll use ampersand num1 and ampersand num2. This is because just now we create the function swap is we use pointer x and pointer y. So now to call out this, we will use ampersand to call out the value in this address num1, num2. Next, for result 1, we will equals this to the decrement of ampersand as well, decrement of num1. And result 2 for increment of num1 first, and then we'll do for num2 the same thing. Result 3, decrement of num2, and result 4, increment of num2 as well. So after define all the variable, we will now print out the value. So first we will print out the sum of these two numbers. So next line, sum of num1 and num2 is and since it's a integer, we'll use %d, and this refer to the addition here. Addition. Then next we'll print out the output after the function swap. So swap num1 and num2 becomes, since we have two number, so we'll put 2% and %d. This one will refer to num1 and num2. Now after the function swap, the num1 and num2 are having the different values. Since after swap they have the different values, so we'll use back num1 and num2, the same address but different value inside this address, num1 and num2. Next one, we'll printf the decrement first. Decrement of first number after swap, after function swap is, here we will refer to result 1, and then the same thing we'll do for decrement. Printf we'll do for increment of first number %d as well. Here we'll refer to result 2. Then here we'll do for second number, decrement for second number, here refer to result 3, and increment for second number, which will be referred to here, result 4. So after we have done this, we'll build this program. Alright, and then we'll run this. So let's say we give value 10 and 5 to verify our program. So the result we get is num1 is 10, num2 is 5. So the sum of num1 and num2 is 15. 10 plus 5, 15. Then swap num1 and num2 becomes, so these two swap. So the address num1 now become the address 4.